What this Danish woman found may change history. Therese Refsgaard, a dental assistant and amateur archaeologist, made a key find on Yano Island, Denmark, after exploring the land for hours with just a metal detector. It was autumn in 2018. Therese thought that she was there only for recreation. She didn't know that on the island of Yano, in the Horsens Fjord area off the eastern coast of Jutland, there were some unexpected treasures awaiting discovery. She was in the right place at the right time. Since then, many researchers, scientists and archaeologists have been talking about how her discovery may redefine history. A leisurely walk is a lovely way to relax. In fact, it has been proved that walkers showed reductions in heart rate and blood pressure. Luckily, while she was walking through the island of Yano, Therese, with her metal detector, came upon something so remarkable that it led people from all over the world to talk about it. But what was it? She had a job as a dental assistant. Fortunately, that day her work did not involve providing diagnostic information, helping the dentists manage dental and medical emergencies, or preparing the treatment room. It involved a major discovery. Of course, she wasn't using her dental hand instruments when she made it. She was with her metal detector. The world was thankful that she knew how to use a metal detector as well as her metal dental hand instruments, since her find contributed to extend and broaden the historic knowledge of the world. But what did she find there? What could it be that caused professional archaeologists to get to the country and examine it? When she was a child, Therese enjoyed exploring and finding new things. She used to discover different types of rocks, pebbles and stones. That's the reason why she ended up engaging in amateur archaeology. However, when Therese chose the Danish countryside to look for her treasures and stimulate her interest, she had never imagined that her hobby as an amateur archaeologist would take her this far. While Therese had discovered some objects as an amateur archaeologist, nothing could have been compared to what she found that day. Indeed, that day she was ready to return home when things changed completely. Who would have thought that she would be the one who was going to find something so valuable for history? After spending some time out in the field, she was invited to get involved in an archaeology group. Joining this group allowed her to unearth the past while learning a lot from her peers and mentors and getting experience in the field. It is believed that working alone in the field makes the task more difficult and you may ruin a find. The members of this group, who take part in several exploring events held by some organisations, not only share their passion for archaeology, but also together they act as a support system when it comes to being out in the field looking for new objects. There's no doubt that they want to preserve the world's archaeological heritage. It was November, and Therese had the opportunity to search the island of Yano, located just on the coast of mainland Denmark. This is a flat island from the last glacial period whose shape is slowly, continually changing. The main part of the island is covered with fields and the only town on the northern part of the island. There is also a small hardwood forest. Although it is not a big isle, this place is a juicy field for explorers. In fact, the island is well known for its history of having various ancient objects discovered beneath its muddy earth. However, Refsgaard wasn't interested in finding only ancient objects. She wanted to discover something else as well, and that's exactly what she came across. This island has an exciting history. Did you know that in 2008 archaeologists found unexpectedly remnants of a stone structure on it? After analysis and tests, it was determined that the materials dated all the way back to the year 5200 BC. What's more, many arrowheads were found dating back to 9500 BC. So, is this the juiciest land for explorers? Therese and her team imagined uncovering a similar bombshell, like the discovery of the remnants of the stone structure or the arrowheads. So, once settled on the island, they split off walking in different directions in order to cover more ground. Therese set off on her own, without knowing that sometime later she would make the discovery of her life. This Danish girl took her metal detector and started sweeping it across the soil for hours and hours, as the rest of the archaeologists did also. Later, while she was looking around, she noticed something weird beneath the muddy earth. That's when she decided to start digging. This girl never imagined her decision would bring a lot to the world's history. All archaeologists know that despite not finding anything, they have to carry on looking. Sometimes it can be discouraging looking for things and not finding anything, but luckily Therese was determined to find something, and she did. She heard the beep. Her metal detector was making a clear sound. Therese did not doubt and continued digging. Taking into account that digging was a part of her hobby, she wouldn't have been at all disappointed if she had come up with her hands empty. So she continued digging. She wanted to know what was making the detector ring. While she was moving the soil, she realized it might be deeper than she originally thought and continued to dig further and further down. Therese pushed her shovel into the ground. She carefully examined the soil. She began to feel like there wasn't anything there when something caught her attention. At that moment, she forgot that she was really tired after hours of walking. Everything started to make sense. What did she find? It wasn't a fossil or an old rock, or was it? And there it was. She screamed in excitement, letting people in the surrounding area know a new discovery had been made. She grabbed it with her hand and started to jump around in an uncontrolled way, and she did so without even knowing she had just made a discovery that would bring archaeologists from all over the world to Denmark. This amateur archaeologist made a remarkable find on this muddy land without imagining the impact it would have on history. Many archaeologists spend all their lives trying to make such a discovery, but let's uncover the mystery. What was this Danish enthusiast holding in her hand that led many historians to be in a state of disbelief? Gold. Therese discovered relics that came from the most masterful craftsmen from the past. To be precise, this young lady found 32 pieces of jewellery dating 1,500 years, including gold and pearls. Some of the pieces of jewellery exhibited patterns and designs not previously seen. What a discovery for an amateur archaeologist. The pieces were found in good condition and covered with intricate loops. Some of them contained precious stones inlaid in the centre. They were considered to be completely unique. While the first thing she found included gold jewellery, there was certainly more where that came from. So what else did Therese find? The gold included beads, pendants, a needle, and even some small gold pieces that were used as currency during the Iron Age. Undoubtedly, her find led researchers and other archaeologists to answer many questions that had not been answered until that moment. It was an incredible discovery, dating as far back as the 6th century.